Another Jurassic World Alive, and we finally have it, I guess. A lot of people have been looking forward to this, the 1.6 tier list update. So, this video will just go over it real fast. For those of you who don't know, I guess the tier list is just, kind of categorizing the best and worst dinos in the game, I guess, or better or worse. So, anyways, let's go over it real fast. First of all, shout out to everyone who helped make this one. I'll be Double, Brian, Rebecca, JHVS, Young 10, CH, CH. He's CH on Discords. CA's 99, Prof. Source, Antithesis, Merity, and One Spark. All right. We have from 1.6 and 1.1, we made some changes, I guess. First change, we at a popular demand, we changed the Omega tier into the Beta tier, just because to make sense in Greek, I guess. All right. And also, if you see here in Alpha tier, I think for Alpha and Apex, everything is kind of like separated. Like this box up here is like top alpha, this is like middle alpha, this is like low alpha, same with Apex. So there's that as well. So let's go over all these dinos. Let's start from the bottom, Hatchling. This is the tier with the, I guess, worst dinos, but I don't think they are like the worst. But at the moment, they're just not that great. So, anyways, starting with Hatchling, we have Anki Gen 2, which doesn't do any damage. Dilo Gen 2, which is probably one of the worst dinos in the game. Dimorphodon, who got nerfed immensely with that base damage. Dimetrodon Gen 2, which isn't that bad. I don't even know why it's in Hatchling. I think it should be at least in Scavenger. I don't know why it's in Hatchling. And by the way, you know what? I'm not going to comment on these too much because, I have some disagreements with the tier list, as everyone in the world does. I don't think anyone, and not a single person, agrees with everything on this list. And I'll probably do a second video, just explaining some differences I have with this tier list. And then Diplo, and got Lythronax, Majungasaurus, which basically does the same thing. Mono basically does the same thing as Dilogen 2, Ophiuchodon. Isn't that bad? And then Perlith, which is horrible, and Sarcosuchus, which is just straight up bad. And then moving on next tier, one tier above this, a Scavenger we have. So, start with the Pato, a lot of HP, no damage. Dinokairos, fast, does damage, not too much HP, doesn't have any survivability whatsoever. Dimetrodon, same as Dime Gen 2, I guess, kinda, but with a crit impact instead. And only defense impact instead of arm piercing rampage. Diplo Gen 2, which isn't that bad, I don't think. Edmontosaurus, just does its standard Hadrosaur thing. And then Ionosaurus has a greater stunning impact with decent stats. Gallimimus, fast, good dodge, I guess. Not too much HP at all. I think it's like the lowest HP in the game right now. Hatchiopteryx, not a fan of this dino. Has a swap in shield, impact and run, purity strike. Iguanodon, your common Hadrosaur, Irritator, not much to say here. Irritator Gen 2 is reworked, so it's kind of weird. Majungasaurus, decent Indom counter, but aside of that, doesn't really do much. Mega is just a sad dino. Nunasuchus fast, does some decent damage, doesn't have too much moves, and doesn't have too much HP. Parasaur, your other common Hadrosaur. And then per Gen 2, Stegi Gen 2, Suchomimus, Tri-Gen 2. I'm not going to go over every dino. I'm just going to go over some notable ones. So that's those are Dinos and Scavenger. Moving up to Survivor, Got a Marcus Seth, Anki, they kind of do the same thing. Berry Gen 2 got a bit of a buff, but it's still, well, it did move up a few tiers, but it's not fantastic by any means. Carno's still bad, Conk is still not great. A Dilo is still meh. Dracorex, Riptus, Echoes, the worst of the Raptor pack. Erlich Gen 2 is actually not bad, or not this Gen 1. Really? It's in Survivor? You have Acephalus, which I like a lot. Does an okayish amount of damage, while also 40% armor. Gorgosaurus, ferocious into Tyrant and Apex is a lot of damage. Gribasuchus, ferocious into Impact. Those are all great moves. Colosuchus actually has some really, really good stats, or Col6 Gen 2, really good stats. And moves are okay, I guess. Amano, Allosaurus got nerfed, but it's still fine. Notosaurus, thing got nerfed to oblivion last patch. Poor thing. Was the last patch or the patch 4? I can't remember. Proceratosaurus, pretty capable dino, okay-ish stats, and really good moves. Trandon, sad thing. Like, anything with soft and frosty is just sad. Persaurus, Quetzal, Skullsaurus, what's this thing called again? Secodontosaurus, which is one tier above Dime? Huh. This is weird. The Dime Gen 2, Dimensionon, and Secodontosaurus rankings. Spinosaurus, Bleeds, Stego, decent stats, Purity, Thago. Tenonto's not bad, Tachango, Tupandaclus, and Velociraptor, fastest dino in the game. Moving up to Beta, we got Allosaurus, for some reason it's higher than... Okay. What's this? Amargasaurus? That T-Cell Rampage is actually a really nice move. And Kylocanon, Argent, Berry, Gen 1. What's this again? Diplatator? Then you got Capro, Kula, Notapatite, all three really solid dinos. Poor Puritator got nerfed to oblivion. Now it's down at Beta. And then next you have Rajasaurus, then the Skulosaurus, new Skulosaurus thing. And then you have Tarbo, which is in the same rank as Allo, which makes sense, as well as Rection 2. And then you have Trice, which is, I would say, on par with Triceratops, but I don't know why they have such a big gap here. And then Utahraptor, 128, Speed Raptor, okay, health, crit impact pellets. Alright, moving on to Alpha. This is where we kind of like split the tier, so let's start from low Alpha. So here we have a Rambor, Gianna, and Blue, and Charlie, Darwin, Draco Gen 2, which I like, there are some like hard disagreements that I will just mention in this video. I don't think Draco Gen 2 is that bad at the moment. I think it still has its uses, obviously, and it's really, really good at what it's supposed to do, and it's a really, really devastating job. Erlich, why is there 2 Erlichs? Yeah, I thought that made no sense. It's probably Erlich Gen 2. And Erlich Gen 1 is up here. Obviously, the, hit and run has a lot of potential, really fast. Minimal speed up can make it the fastest dino in the game, and Rampage, and a lot of damage. And then you got Draft Titan, which is like a diet version of Brachy, I guess. Miragaia, Shielding Strike is a really, really good move. And it has a high base damage with a full counter. Like, what the heck? This thing's crazy. And then you got Apasuchus, second highest turn 1 damage in the game, but it's irrelevant turn 1 damage because Perlith, you need to go first with 105 speed. So this is like almost effectively the highest turn 1 damage in the game. It one-shots a lot of dinos in the game. And then you got Pyroraptor, Rajakylo, Spino Gen 2, Spinoraptor, Tanklagrius, and Wurosaurus. Those are all fine low alpha dinos. Then going to mid alpha, got a Lanka, Delta, which is one of the better raptors. Darwa's Opteryx, which is a really bad hybrid, at least from what I've used. Dimodactylus, Ionosuchus, which is in the same tier as Sarcoryxes, which makes sense. Kentrosaurus, this thing does a lot of damage. Doesn't have too much defensive capabilities, but has a lot of damage, so there's that. Sinoceratops, which is like a weaker Stegosera, kind of. And then your good old Gen 1 Epic Rex. And then at High Alpha, you got Diplo, Gorgosuchus, Maiasaur, which is actually really, really good. It's better than a lot of people think it is. As well as the new Pachycephalosaurus. They're both really, really good non-hybrid dinos. Then you got Monometrodon, which got better since last patch. Monomimus, which dropped because of the nerfs. Like dropped from Tyrant down to Apex down to now Alpha. The sad thing, but you know it's still fine. Like 127 speed is nothing to scoff at. Okay, it is something to scoff at since it used to be 129. Okay, Notapatotitan still down here. Ranosaurus got a huge buff, 1.3k damage now. It used to be like what 900 or something base. Can't remember, but it used to be horrible. But now it's 1.3k base with the probably one of the best or one of the better movesets in the game for a non-hybrid. And then you got Paramaloc, which is a worse Stegosera. Then you got Postometrodon, which is worse Triceratops. Scaphognathus, which is actually really, really great. The Swap and Wound plus Regeneration is a pretty crazy set of a combo that you can have, especially if you have like Stegosaurus or something else on your team, which is one of the greater facilitators of a proper built full swap team. And then you got Stakey Moloch, which is still great. Trantlophosaur, which does a lot of damage, just a worse Tyrant. And moving on to Apex. Wow, there's a lot of Apex is when it starts getting controversial. So looking at lower Apex, start with Allosaurus. No problem with that. Diaraja, no problem with that. Gripolith, that's fine. Megalosuchus, Pterovexus, Stegosaurus, Stegosaurus. That's a hard no for me. I don't think Stegosaurus is low Apex at all. I'd even go as far to say it's probably high Apex. I don't think it's low Apex. Like, it's just such a good dino. It's crazy. At least as far as I've been using it, it's absolutely busted. It's sure you have to build a team around it, kind of. At least give it a few pieces. You don't really have to build a whole team around it, but if you do it, it becomes absolutely crazy. So you're a fan of Stegosaurus, and design's cool. And then next you got Tormaloc. Which is fine in low Apex. It could be bumped up to mid Apex, but it's kind of borderline there. All right, so moving on to mid Apex, we got Allosaurus, which is a worse Allosaurus, and Kentro, which is fine. Brachy's fine. Dilorano, this is a huge disagreement. I don't think it's mid Apex. I think it's high Apex. It's as good, if not better, than Utah Sino and Utah at this point. Like, it has more HP, does more damage, not on turn 1, on turn 2 and onwards, it still does more damage than these two. And I think its moveset is far superior. Like, Superiority Strike, that's way better than Decelerating Strike. Greater Stunning Rampage is better, I would say way better than Instant Charge. And then Impact and Run is really, really good in this meta when you have a lot of really, really great swap-in dinos. So that's another disagreement here. Gigaspica. I'm not a huge fan of Gigaspica. I think it could be in low Apex. In Montaguana, that's fine. Indom's fine. Ornithomimus is fine. Then you got Stegosera, Sucutator, Triodissus. It could be up here. Maybe. Triceratops could be up here as well. But, it could also just be here. And moving on to high apex, we got starting with Indoraptor. I kind of disagree on this one as well. I think Indoraptor should still be Tyrant. It still has a really great chance to win against every single dino in the game, and I mean that alone should bump it up. I still think Indoraptor is a fantastic dino. Monostegotops, this is borderline Tyrant. Like, these are all borderline Tyrant, by the way. Well, at least the team thinks so. And then Prostrathamimus is up here. Spinosuke is still up here. Tanatorax, Thorodolosaur, they're in the same tier. Nothing wrong with that. Uticino and Uteranix in the same tier. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, moving on to the Tyrant. This time everyone decided just to make the Tyrant list as short as possible. I don't agree with that. I think it should be as long as the list as possible, as long as it incorporates everything that's, that should be there. But oh well, I guess. I mean, it was kind of like a debate between like, are we gonna make a low Tyrant or are we gonna make a high Apex? And I guess high Apex won, so they're all down here instead of them up here, but kind of still under these 5. So these five are basically the 5 best dinos in the game. There really isn't too much disputing here. I mean, the only thing I could probably say about it is probably Indoraptor could be up here, but that's also debatable. These 5 are like non-debatable. It's not even close. So Dilochirus, Dracoceratops, Erlidom, Magna, Trico. Dilochirus I still think has the strongest turn 2 in the whole game. Dracocera is absolutely crazy. It's like last patch's Draco Gen 2, but like on steroids. Like, this thing is absolutely busted. Erlidom actually isn't this great if not for the meta right now. Like, the meta just elevates Erlidom so much, and that's why it's up here. Magna got like the craziest boost ever. Like, it's absolutely busted right now. They went like over the board just to buff this thing. Like, gave it more HP, which it needed. Gave it distracting impact in place of not nullifying impact, in place of defense shattering impact, which is just, or whatever the last impact was. That defense shattering or arm piercing? I can't remember. One of those. But absolutely busted. And Tricosaurus is still an absolute monster. Just to look at its stats and its moveset, it's absolutely crazy. So, anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. That's the 1.6 a Metahub tier list, and tell me what you think. Obviously, there's gonna be disagreements. I don't think not a single person I would think agrees with everything on this end. I'll probably make a video about detailing some of my disagreements here. And hopefully this helps you guys, just to decide which dinos to go for, which dinos to level up, etc. to have on your team. Would I use this as a team building guide? No, I would not. Like, I wouldn't just go for, oh, this dino is higher than this dino, so I'm gonna put this dino in my team instead of the lower one. I would not go like that. Obviously you have to think about team composition. Like, if you really wanted, like, if you build a full swap team with like Stegorex, like Dracocera, Edmontoguana, what else? Maiasaur, Pachycephalosaurus, Scaphognathus, Draco Gen 2, then like something else, Dilochirus. It's gonna be a crazy team. Like, even though like there's only 2 in Tyrant, everything else is like there's a bunch of it in Alpha dinos, but it's still gonna be really crazy because the team composition matters. So do think about that. Don't take this as a team building guide. It's just a general idea of how these dinos fare against each other in different situations, and just generally in the meta right now. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. Also, sorry about my voice. My throat is super sore today. I don't know why. So you'd have to excuse me for that. I should have said it before the video, but I kind of forgot about it. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Like this video if you did. If you have any, disagreements or agreements, I guess, leave them in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.